Alright, real talk, if you feel lazy, unfocused, or low-key dumb lately, it's probably not because you actually are. It's because your brain is overloaded. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Your mind isn't broken, it's overstimulated. Every time you scroll TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, your brain gets hit with cheap dopamine, fast rewards, zero effort, and your brain loves that too much. Psychologically, dopamine is the chemical that drives motivation, not pleasure motivation. And when you flood your brain with easy dopamine all day, your brain starts saying, why would I do hard stuff if I can get rewards for free? That's when procrastination kicks in. Studying feels painful, working feels exhausting, even basic tasks feel heavy, not because you're lazy, but because your brain is fried. This is why smart people procrastinate too. IQ doesn't save you when your reward system is cooked. Now here's the fix, and yet it sounds simple, but it's powerful. A 24-hour dopamine detox. That means no social media, no junk scrolling, no gaming, no constant stimulation. You're not punishing yourself. You're letting your brain reset. The first few hours feel boring. Your brain will crave stimulation. That's withdrawal. That's how you know it's working. Then something wild happens. Your focus starts coming back. Boring tasks feel doable. Your thoughts feel clearer. You stop overthinking and start moving. Why? Because your brain recalibrates. Hard work starts feeling rewarding again. And when effort feels rewarding, you automatically become sharper, faster, and smarter. Procrastination isn't a personality flaw. It's a dopamine imbalance. Fix that and your mind upgrades. Let's clear something up real quick. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's fear. Fear of starting. Fear of messing up. Fear of it taking too long. Your brain sees a task and instantly goes, nah, that looks heavy. So it delays, scrolls, avoids. Here's the hack that breaks that loop. The 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. No thinking, no planning, just move. Why does this work? Psychology. Your brain hates starting, but once you start, resistance drops. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence. Now add the 5-second rule. When you know you need to do something, count 5-4-3-2-1 and move your body. Stand up, open the laptop, pick up the book. Movement interrupts overthinking. Overthinking is procrastination in a suit. The moment you act, your brain switches from emotional mode to execution mode. Dopamine shifts from anticipation to reward. You stop thinking and start doing. Do this enough times and something changes. You start seeing yourself as someone who acts fast. That identity alone makes you sharper and more decisive. Smart people aren't smarter because they think more. They're smarter because they move faster. Let's kill a myth real quick. Being smart isn't about having a high IQ. It's about how you learn. Most people don't actually learn. They memorize, reread, highlight, and hope it sticks. That's why they forget everything 2 weeks later. Here's the technique that flips the switch, the Feynman technique. The rule is simple. If you can't explain something in plain English, you don't understand it, period. Take whatever you're learning, math, science, business, coding, anything, and try explaining it like you're teaching a 10-year-old. No big words, no fancy terms, just simple logic. The moment you get stuck, that's the gap. That's where real learning happens. Psychologically, this forces your brain to organize information, not just store it. You're building mental models instead of stacking random facts. That's how experts think. Here's why this makes you faster and sharper. Your brain hates confusion. Simplifying information reduces cognitive load, which means you process things quicker and remember them longer. And here's the confidence boost. Once you can explain something simply, you own it. You stop doubting yourself. You stop procrastinating learning because it no longer feels overwhelming. Smart people aren't smarter because they know more. They're smarter because they understand better. Quick reality check. Your brain isn't some magical thing floating in your head. It's a physical organ, and what you feed it literally decides how sharp or foggy you feel. If you're constantly tired, unfocused, or procrastinating for no reason, there's a good chance your brain just doesn't have the fuel it needs. Psychologically and biologically, your brain runs on nutrients, stuff like omega-3s, antioxidants, and stable energy. When it gets that, it processes information faster and stays focused longer. When it doesn't, you get brain fog. Let's keep it simple. There are a few foods that research consistently links to better brain function. Fatty fish helps with memory and thinking speed. Blueberries protect brain cells and improve focus. Walnuts support learning and problem solving. Eggs help with attention and mental clarity. Dark leafy greens keep your brain energized. Now let's talk about the enemy. Too much sugar and ultra-processed junk. Sugar spikes your energy, then crashes it. That crash feels like laziness, but it's not. It's your brain running out of fuel. That's when procrastination hits hardest. When you eat better, your brain becomes more adaptable. That's called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire, learn faster, and think more clearly over time. No food alone won't make you a genius, but bad food can definitely make you slower. Let's end with something powerful: monk mode. Monk mode isn't motivation, it's a system, a short period where you cut distractions and go all in on becoming sharper, calmer, and more disciplined. Here's the psychological truth: procrastination isn't about time management, it's about decision fatigue. Every little choice drains your brain. What to do first, what to check, what to reply to, it all adds up. Monk mode removes those decisions. You wake up, same routine, no scrolling, no chaos. You immediately work on the hardest, most important task of the day. That's called deep work, and deep work trains your brain like a muscle. The more you do it, the easier focus becomes. You stop relying on motivation and start relying on structure. People who try monk mode, even for a few days, notice something fast. Their mind feels quieter, their confidence goes up, their procrastination drops. Because when distractions disappear, your brain finally locks in. You don't need to disappear for months. Even 7 days of focus isolation, limited apps, clear goals, consistent mornings can rewire how you think and work. Smart people don't wait to feel motivated. They create environments where motivation isn't needed.